Welcome back to Check Please, the D&D podcast. Previously, the party learned that Lovette's former classmates and current rivals, the Amorises, had procured a stolen design of Archibald and were set to display their nefariously procured creation to the public in the Steam Isle arena. Lovette jumped into the arena and entered a robot duel with the twins, leading to an explosive finish and victory for the Keni family name, and leaving the Amorises in the embers. The party decided to go to the hot springs in celebration of their victory. And no, Vera, you don't get a say in this. Yes, this is the hot spring episode. Enjoy.
You know what I know about this area? There's a hot springs. Let's do that tonight. Huh? Huh? Come on, Vera.
No.
No? I'm sure there's
No?
private baths.
Maybe.
Maybe? Ah, see? You're a sucker for the warm water once in a while.
Very rarely.
It does sound nice. And maybe a celebration after Archie's big win. If that's
Soul remembers the last time we drank.
Well, it's not. I'm honestly feeling a lot better than the last time we celebrated something. Also, I have some things I need to talk with my parents about.
Sure, but I would like to do the hot spring at some point.
Oh, yes, that sounds wonderful.
And what about dealing with the twins?
Twins. Yeah. They're related, Lovette? You're 100% sure that those twins are related?
So they're related?
Yeah. Yeah. 100% sure.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Wow, that the confidence.
What do you know?
It's just something I might have noticed, and...
Well, if it was someone that you know, you would want me to tell you.
I mean, not saying this is 100% true. Like I said, didn't even know if they were, like, actually related. Kind of seemed like a little
They are actually
touchy-feely.
related, yeah, definitely.
And, kind of gross. Yeah, it was a little gross. It was actually very gross to look. I think there might be more than just a sibling relationship.
God damn it! God!
Maybe they're from like.
I could have used that in
other
so much
things.
leverage. That would have given me so much leverage.
I figured you knew?
I had a different idea in mind, and it was also kind of close, but I didn't know that well now.
Soul kind of shrugs and is just like, I mean, you still won. I mean, Archie won. I mean, you both won?
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, you want to see your parents? What do you want to do?
Well, yes, if we could stop by home at least to drop some things off before we relax.
Sure.
So, before you depart, Xeris she's kind of been, like, standing there this whole time. She asks if you all were intending on leaving anytime soon.
We were not heading to the Dwarflands, and we will not necessarily be ready by tomorrow. So, we probably have to take a boat.
Alright. She actually looks a little disappointed. And she goes, okay, well, if our paths cross again, then I wish you good fortune till then.
Yes, you are all wonderful. It was great traveling with you.
Agreed. I think you're all very wonderful.
Alright, so she will fly back over to the other caravan members, and they will continue doing what they were doing before you were there.
They don't care. Thank God. Yes. Yes.
Don't care about
Vera.
Soul fucked bird people.
What? Why would you just say that?
I know that. Oh, that was. Oh.
It was completely contractual so that we could get our carriage back, and it would
Yes.
be at the docks for when we boated out to leave this island.
That makes a lot more sense.
I mean, it cheapened a lot of things compared to rebuying that expensive carriage, and I did not want to buy that again, so that's why I came here with the belt, and Soul kind of points to their current belt holding up their skirt. That's why I got this, and at some point, I need to call Grow and ask him for some help.
So you don't need to be wearing it anymore.
Does you know about that whole transaction? I'm not saying that I just I just don't know what's done.
It was a contract. It has nothing to do with feeling.
I know. I'm
Anyways.
not saying that it. I'm just making sure. Okay.
I can take off this belt. It's not going to change anything, though.
Oh.
Didn't the belt make you that way, though?
Yeah, it's a cursed item.
Why do you have a cursed item?
Because I wanted our carriage back, and I wanted to get you your horse back. And also,
So
I
we're
was
going to
sorry
fight this
about
forever?
slapping you, so I wanted to make sure we were friends again.
I already told you, it's fine.
Yeah, well, that was after I got you your horse.
Oh, Vera, before I forget, I have something for you as well. Sorry, I realize we're kind of... Wait, are you going to be like this for this all?
Oh, no, like I said, I just gotta call Grow and ask him for some help. Because I'm stuck like this for a bit. And whenever, I'm ready to call him over and ask him for some help. Because, I don't want to bug him. But I wouldn't mind
Okay.
seeing him either. I don't know.
Okay.
He'll come get me when he's ready. Or when I'm ready.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Stuff has happened. A lot of stuff
Sorry.
has happened.
Yeah, okay. Vera,
Yes?
I have some money for you. I wanted to donate to your temple.
Really?
Yes. Well, okay. I confess, I was going to give the money to Sol because I wanted to pay them for the work, but I wanted to give the money to you.
Soul face palms.
I was going to give the money to you if they didn't want to take it, but they didn't know what to do with it. So, but I don't think it's fair for me to take credit for what they did.
Well, I appreciate it either way.
Soul's like behind Vera looking at what the fuck are you doing?
I'm glad that the money at least made it to this point.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, look at that. We're a bunch of friends. Yay!
Here you are.
So thank you.
I'll hand over a sack of 800 gold.
Nice. Vera's just like awkwardly like,
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry if I've done anything to upset you, by the way.
Not recently.
Oh,
Did you do something to upset me recently?
I don't know. You seem to be upset with me a lot, and I didn't know why.
I don't think so.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, okay. But do you consider us friends?
I mean, if that's what you want to call it. I don't usually call people friends in general. They're all part of the hive or family.
I thought we
Really?
were best friends.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
How about me? Is Markus
Kind
your
of give
friend?
like a what the fuck look.
Why does everyone care what I think of them as friends now? Just all of a sudden. I mean, we're all in this together. I trust all of you. What?
Is that
Soul, don't make this weird.
No, sorry. Me as Keni. Just my brain went to High School Musical, and I resisted singing, and you should be proud of me. We're all in.
Ah, damn it, you did it.
It's just because he gave me
Oh.
a face. Well, you want to go see your parents first, or should we just hop in the bath? Either one's
Oh.
fine with me.
I seem like you really want to go to that bath.
Soul looks at themselves for a moment. Well, I guess I'd have to bathe with Markus, though. Unless there's co-ed ones, but
I don't know if you want to go.
I don't know if that would make you guys uncomfortable.
But who, Markus? Me?
Well, if it's co-ed, anyone can be uncomfortable, technically. I just...
Oh, don't worry. I mean, even if you weren't like this, I would be uncomfortable, so that's fine.
Ah.
Sorry, it's true. I mean, it's kind of hard to explain, sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna walk past that little notion. Let's go talk to your parents before we go to the bathhouse. In the meantime, I'll be trying to call my fiance. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I should stay like this. I don't know. Oh my god.
so do we make our way to the...
Hot Springs or house? Grem's decision.
Alright, then let's fucking go to the house first.
Alright, so you leave the trade district and travel north across the docks district into Forge Side, and you return to the Xeneris Bodwin estate. This place is much livelier already than it was when you left this morning. There's a number...
In the good way?
Yeah, in a good way. There's a number of agents and representatives from various guilds and businesses throughout the town that are here to talk to family reps and to try to work out contracts for construction. So,
All right.
yeah, things are
On the
starting to
school
move.
board. Are any of these people on the school board?
No.
Shit.
So, all these people are gnomes, right?
Yes.
Except for...
Soul is afraid of accidentally stepping on them.
Well, not that small.
They're small for Soul.
Soul does not look at their feet at all when they're walking.
No.
Like, up.
They just trip over a bunch of gnomes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it down there. Oh, sorry, I didn't see it down there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it down there.
Okay, well, I'll kind of leave that, I guess, to my dad, because that's his shtick. He's good at the schmoozing. And I'll unload, like, all of my fucking stuff that I would have brought to a big fight that I don't want with me with Hot Springs. I think that's going to include Archibald Sphere, too.
Alrighty.
But I'll take a component pouch with me anyway, so I've got my other summons.
Cool.
While if other people do unload stuff or whatever, then I want to take some time to talk to my mother.
Okay. What regarding?
A lot of things. Some of them do regarding the party. Mostly just kind of like why the hell we couldn't find her and why like nothing was working. What is going on that happened?
Well, she says that, her and your grandfather traveled across the continent.
Like we tried to Skrewy, we tried to message you or send to you and it wouldn't respond.
Yeah, she says she never received any of the messages. And she has no idea why you wouldn't be able to scry her.
Why? I just don't quite understand why it had to be so long. I'm sorry. I know that he was my grandfather and he does not have much time left.
Well, he's comfortable right now, and that's what's important.
I suppose that is what's important. I managed to survive.
And you met some nice friends.
I did, and they're very special to me. They are like family as well. I was actually hoping that we could commission a painting with them.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was, for most of the journey, Lovette wanted to commemorate, or get a family painting, like she had like idly daydreamed about it, but now these people feel like her family too, and she wants to commemorate that. That was what I was saying.
Yeah, you want to have a painting commissioned of your family and the party?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. It'll take a little while to get it
Okay.
painted, so...
Yeah, and I'll just go rejoin everyone else, I guess. I have stuff I want to talk to her about with the rest of the party, but I don't. And there's stuff I want to talk to her about when there's time, but not about, like, while we're just about to get going. Everyone's anxious to go to the fucking hot springs, it seems like.
We're fine with waiting for you to hash out what you need to. That's
Well,
why we
it's
went here
probably gonna
first.
Wait until she gets fucking drunk, so it's probably going to be at the end of the evening.
Okay.
You're gonna get drunk and then go to a hot spring?
No, I think we're getting drunk after the hot spring, and then for
Yeah.
drunk, she's gonna go talk to her mom.
That makes sense.
Well, that's not
No.
how she's planning it. That's just how Grem's planning it. She's just, like, comfortable talking about this right now.
While Lovette is having that conversation with her mom, Soul's gonna go out back and say grow into their ring.
Okay. You can hear running water.
Running water.
Yeah. You hear like the sound of like a river or a stream or something.
That's weird.
A babbling brook, basically. You hear water.
Where are you?
What's that? Sorry.
Where?
Sorry, the ring was underwater. What's up?
Where are you?
Oh, just relaxing. What are you doing?
Feeling very uncomfortable and I need your help.
With what?
I took the wrong belt.
Well, I mean, judging from the sound of your voice,
Yeah.
I can guess which belt you took.
Yeah.
So, alright.
I feel like he wouldn't at least laugh a little bit. I would have been dying.
No, yeah, I think Gro knows you wouldn't take that by accident, so.
Ugh, shit, I can't even do a bluff.
Gro knows you're smarter than that.
God damn it.
Okay, well, that seems like you're in a bit of a predicament then. Quite a pickle.
Yeah.
Quite a pickle,
So to speak.
so to speak.
Well, I'm uncomfortable, at least.
Well, I will be happy to help you. Where are you?
Oh, I'm still in the steam aisle.
Oh, that's fun. So am I.
What? Where are you here?
All around.
Oh, you're not gonna tell me where?
I mean, I never really left, technically.
Oh my god.
I am loving this.
Are you at the bathhouse?
You hear some water splashing.
Fine, I'm heading that way.
Are you?
Soul leaves the... Yes!
Well, I'll see you soon then.
Ugh! Soul leaves the party to go to the bathhouse.
Oh, you're just leaving ahead of time?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Splitting the party. Breaking all the rules.
They'll be here soon.
Okay. So where to?
I guess we head out. I mean, has anyone seen Sol?
I think I saw them go in that direction. Point whatever direction Soul went. They were talking into their ring.
Talking to left? What does that mean again? Right. I don't remember. Was it heal? Did they leave?
Yes, they left.
Oh, they left. Did the rest of us actually want to go to the hot springs?
I mean, they're there, so
That's true.
we'll have to find them eventually.
Alright, then let's go.
Alright. Karis will also join you all. She says that she's curious about what these hot springs are like.
Oh, jeez.
She read about them.
yeah.
She read about them in a book before.
I wonder if they'll actually
Yeah.
warm her. Oh, it's so pretty!
Yeah, thanks. You find yourselves beside a river. It's a nice little babbling stream with some green grass, which is kind of rare on the Steam Isles. Like, green grass is not really that common. Only around bodies of, like, moving water or lakes do you find a lot of green grass. You haven't gotten into the facility yet, so...
They found me before I got in?
They were right behind you.
Ugh.
It'd be like that, roughly. Like right as you're getting to the door, they're right there. The facility itself, the building, is about 1 story tall. It's made of wood, and it has nice potted flowers and plants around it. And it definitely looks like a welcoming facade outside, like a touristy place, or at least a place that people visit and enjoy. You can smell just the slightest amount of sulfur in the air from the hot springs, but it's kind of pleasant.
Soul notices the rest of the group coming behind them. Oh, great. Hi, guys.
A little anxious getting over here.
I have to make changes, I'm sorry. Soul walks in.
Alright.
Oh dear.
You
Did
go
they
to the-
not want us to come with us? They seem...
Alright, there's a gnome working the front desk. They welcome these new guests that are arriving.
Did they
No,
run-
They recognize me?
no.
No, because last time I was here, I would probably have been like 6.
Hello.
They welcome you and ask, what level of treatment are you looking for? Is this, just, are you visiting for the day? Are you visiting for only a few hours? Are you staying the night? They have various levels of packages available. Some of them include personal massage. Like this is a pretty nice spa. So, would you like a personal attendant, food, drinks brought to you? Like what are you all after?
Markus wants definitely the hot stone treatments. Absolutely.
All right.
Can you really feel it, though?
Wow.
We'll find out.
We will find out.
Soul just kind of fidgets nervously. Is just like, I'm here to see my friend, Silver, short hair, elf.
Oh yes, he's here. I believe he is. Yes, he's signed up for the platinum package.
Soul's face just looks unamused. They shake their head. I'll do that if I can get to him, if that's okay.
Oh, very good. That will be 25 gold pieces.
All right.
So go ahead and remove that from yourself if you don't mind. And the little gnome will produce a small armband for you to wear that denotes you as a platinum member.
Soul takes it.
You're meeting someone here?
Look, everything's gonna be normal in just a little bit. I have to get this done.
I think I understand. Yes, these are exactly the circumstances I was talking about. play meeting, so I might pass on this. I think that you play before that as well, right?
I mean, you're welcome to after I get things taken care of.
Okay, that's all.
Direction of room, by the way?
The attendant walks out and opens up a door to the main hall here and shows you to your room right there.
Room?
Yeah.
Thought I was going to a bath.
So the bath, you get a quick rundown tour of the area. The primary bath is here, primary indoor bath, with hot and cold. You've got the men-only bath. You've got the women-only bath with additional bath. And then I think, there's your sauna room, changing rooms, and then the other 3 rooms that aren't displayed are more bedrooms, or more places to stay.
Okay. Is he in the men's or the co-ed or?
You don't see him in any of those rooms. So they also say that there's the outdoor baths are to the north. Just proceed through either of the gendered rooms to get to the outdoor baths. The outdoor baths are co-ed though, so just be aware of that.
It's just fine.
Alright, you head outside of the co-ed baths, and you see Grow is like relaxing in the natural pool over there.
Hi.
You're overdressed.
I'm not.
This is a bathhouse.
Do you want me to be undressed?
He shrugs. I mean, it kind of goes against policy to be wearing clothes back here.
Ugh.
Oh, I love this guy.
Fine.
So what about...
So those...
Okay,
all the way back to their room.
So while you're doing that, the attendant will ask everyone else what they're after. Karis goes ahead and will buy the same and, ends up putting on a towel and going into one of these rooms. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that.
Do they have a spiritual cleansing kind of thing level?
Spiritual cleansing?
Yeah.
Like a detox?
That sounds like a bad deal for you. That sounds like the last thing you need.
Yeah. I think you might want to hold on to that spirit as much as you can.
Oh god, I hate you.
Cleansing
there is a spirit inside you that needs cleansing.
Cleansing it might be a bad idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can take you to the hot stone room.
I'll do theirs plus a massage if it's not like super long.
Okay. So go ahead and just everybody deduct 25 gold if you are wanting to enter the facility then.
I'll ask, do you have any private rooms at all? Or are these only group sessions?
Yeah.
Well, they explain that there's an indoor cold and hot bath that are co-ed. There's an indoor cold and hot bath that are gendered. And then there's an outdoor spring that is co-ed. There's also a sauna that's co-ed.
That's alright. I'll just wait out here. I'm just gonna go back out.
Okay.
You don't think it would be relaxing?
No, not at all. No.
Not even the hot stones? The steam room?
From all the way in back of the building.
Yeah.
This is
Get yourself a good schmitz!
This is as close to nature as you can get around here. I don't think you're going to feel a lot more comfortable somewhere else.
I think I can hold out until we get off the island.
I lean out.
I'll be fine out here.
You wuss!
I'm this person, but you don't have to be ashamed of your body.
I'm more comfortable out here. I don't. You all can have fun. It's all good.
Really disappointed that Vera's not going better. Just like, damn it! We almost got her to take a bath!
She's taken a bath once before.
Yeah.
And no one cared.
Well, I was the one that got you to do it, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
Also, the staff were like, please, gods.
And Vera's like,
go.
no, me only!
Yep.
Please let us help
I'm sure
you.
they
You're
care.
disgusting.
They were relieved. Massage, whereas I go there at that place.
Alright. Okay, so you go into this room here, and there's an attendant that will give you a massage. Now, while you're in there, you also see that that's also where Karis has gone. That's the cold pool.
Is that the cold?
That's the cold pool, yeah.
Who is giving me massage? Do they have like a fucking grody?
No, the attendants are Like, the employees here are gonna be well cut,
Yeah.
well dressed, proper employees.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mean like that kind of grody, but yeah, good. Okay. I'll talk to Karis while that goes on, but I'll step on the folks for time.
So while everyone was, going to their places, Vera refusing, Soul, undress, has, like, the largest towel they could find, which technically they don't need since all they needed is around their waist, but that was just precautions for other things. They stomped back into the co-ed baths in the back, and now they've got their arms glaring at Grow. Here you go. I did it.
He gives you a little sarcastic applause.
Really not necessary.
You need me to reverse that, then?
Yes, please. Do I have to go in, actually?
I'm not moving.
Ugh. Fine. Splash. Angrily walking over to him. I'm here.
Yeah. So, is this just something I'm going to be expected to do from now on? Is every time you decide to put on a cursed item that you know is a cursed item? I just want to. I'm just trying to establish some baselines here. So I just need to know what's expected of me.
I mean, I get into a lot of trouble, and as your marriage partner, I would appreciate that sometimes you get me out of said trouble because I'm a mess.
He just laughs. Well,
yeah.
I am happy to remove this mess from your plate.
Please, it's so uncomfortable. I don't know how you live like this.
Alright. He gets up, he cracks his knuckles, and he's going to go ahead and cast Remove Curse.
I'm good?
Yeah. So you very quickly return to your normal form. So you shrink by about, 6 inches or so.
Oh, thank God. Oh, my voice. I can sing properly again. Thank you. And Soul gives him a big hug.
He returns it.
So what are you doing here still, anyways?
What? The baths are nice.
Yeah, I figured you'd go home.
There's not much there for me right now.
Well, I'm very grateful that you were still here.
He sits down back in the water and kind of pats the water next to him.
Soul sits down. So, day 2 after getting married.
Yeah, so where's all your friends?
They're in the other room.
The other rooms?
I think, yeah, there's other springs, or hot
Yeah, I
bath
realize,
things?
but those are just... Anyone can go to an indoor pool. This is a natural spring.
Well, I kind of asked that I could, talk to you alone first.
Oh, well, okay, and what did you need to talk about?
You did it. You did the thing.
Well, then go and get your friends.
Okay. Alright.
The water's nicer out here anyway.
Okay. I guess I'm getting them. Soul accidentally goes in the wrong door. Because that's where they entered in. So they enter in the men.
Luckily, there are no other patrons here right now.
I forgot. Like, before
that
Soul had to, leave the water, they were like, oh yeah, so I gotta put that up. Tie that properly. Accidentally go through the men's portion. This is great. Okay, I guess Soul's gonna start looking in rooms where people are. Oh, Markus!
Oh.
Hi there!
Hey, come on in! Have a good schwitz!
I'm sorry, what?
A schwitz! Have a good
Ew.
sweat!
Dude, not right on the floor.
Didn't we tell you
good.
that stuff stains, guys? It doesn't come out.
I'm personally good, but me and Grow are going to be out in the natural outside, and I guess we're inviting everyone to join us?
Yes, I would love to join you.
Okay, I'm going to go find everyone else and meet you there?
Yeah, let me shower off, because let me tell you, they probably don't want this in that.
I will take your word for it. Soul awkwardly leaves. Okay.
Right.
Don't know what you're missing!
So, alright, so meanwhile, in the women's only room, Lovette is getting a massage from an attendant, and Karis is kind of sitting in the cold bath, kind of just pushing the water around.
Kelly's.
Yeah?
Archie and I did a good job with all the things today. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really great. You really kicked their asses.
Why do I feel like I came out empty-handed? Or like I failed?
I have no idea. I mean, their robot blew up. I think that's a win for you.
I didn't. Well, yeah, that's true. And I'm very proud of Archie, but all I could think about the whole time, was how scared I was for Archibald and how much I wanted to see Moira and how much I miss her. And I'll still have to wait if I ever get to see her again.
Well, I'm sure we'll find some way to clear your name eventually.
I don't know if she's going to make it that long.
Well, I mean, you don't really want to hear my opinions on this.
Maybe not.
I think I might have solutions, but you probably wouldn't like them.
So her not surviving, I don't think that really, those wouldn't be solutions as far as the problem is concerned. I can't believe the machine works. If I could just get close enough to show them, if I could send someone my notes.
I'm sure your family will continue trying to contact Moira's, and something will be done soon, I'm sure. I hope.
Guys, you really remind me of her.
Oh, okay.
She was the most special person I've ever known, and I really miss her, but having you around makes me feel less alone.
Thanks. I'm just, I'm grateful for all of you for saving my life. So, anything I can do to help.
Yeah. No, you don't owe us anything. Everything you do is very appreciated. Just standing outside the door waiting for this conversation to go down.
That'll probably catch us up to the present. So, alright. At this
Hello?
point, Soul bursts in.
Hello! Oh, hi, guys!
You're back to your old body.
Oh, it feels so much better.
It's really good to hear.
Yeah. Me and Grow are in the natural spring outside, and he wanted me to invite to go together in a big bath party, I guess.
The co-ed bath?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Would you want me to do that?
I mean, you guys don't have to, but I just figured, he wanted to invite everyone, and...
Yeah, would you like me to?
Well, you said you'd like to meet him in better circumstances, so...
Okay.
Ta-da!
Well, I mean...
Where's Vera?
She wants to stay smelly.
Oh.
Well, please don't.
No.
Please stay in a nice way. Okay.
I understand why. I just was hoping maybe.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Have a problem with public baths?
She has a problem with people. And so we'll just kind of walk away.
Well, I can't argue with that. I don't have massage anymore, so I don't feel right having a... No.
The masseur grasps you aggressively. You cannot leave.
You are grappled.
Seismic toss! Seismic toss!
Roll a combat maneuver.
Suplex.
Wouldn't that be great? Right after massage, suplex right into the cold water.
All their employees are like gnome monks. And they're all combat maneuver specialists.
I think right now Vera's probably has her bees going to any plants they can get to, because they haven't been able to do anything recently in here, I'm sure. So any flowers are just probably it's like, yep, have a field day in there.
Not the bees!
Everyone in the hot spring just hears this growing, buzzing sound. Just like, I feel a little bit uncomfortable now.
Buzz, bitches.
Buzz, motherfucker.
So, Soul gets outside, sees Markus already in the water with Grow. And so, they at first kind of walk over and try to see if they're talking yet.
Yeah, okay. In that case, Grow's like, hey there, Markus.
Yeah, they got the phenomenal steam room and down the opposite side. You should hit it up after this.
I already have.
See? This guy gets it.
I've been here
Soul looks embarrassed.
I've been here for 3 days. I don't know,
Soul looks really, really embarrassed.
Wow, they got the rooms here?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do. Anyways, I'm getting him.
Oh yeah, hop in.
Soul kind of swims over to sit next to Grow.
Oh wait, that's right. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot that we're all in the buff at the moment.
Well, we have towels.
Wait,
They have towels?
You have towels?
I grabbed a towel.
Well, yeah, you have a towel, but I assumed you would, remove it before you got into the water. Unless you're like a crazy person and decide to swim with a
I'm
towel
embarrassed!
We have been.
on. Who swims wearing a towel? Anyone?
Shut up, Grow!
Anyone? This is the DM talking. Does anyone here swim
No.
with a towel on?
No.
I mean,
Okay.
you do in, anime, they have the towel.
Is that
Fill in
right?
water.
Is that true?
Yeah,
This is a family-friendly show.
yeah.
I think this is yes, please.
No,
it's
there's-
not yes,
On this show,
Thank you.
there's just conveniently placed steam.
Yeah, it's conveniently placed steam and plants, so the camera angles never show off anything untoward.
Okay, well, if I'm not allowed to have a towel, it's cross-armed and awkward.
You can have it.
This ain't even my body, so
You're
Oh, I
right.
gotta
It's
be
not
fair
your
about-
body.
Vera doesn't have to be naked and doesn't have to see Markus naked. This is like a win-win.
Win-win.
Okay, so yeah, if you feel like in your anime they're allowed to wear towels in the
They
bathhouse
are.
in the bathhouse episodes, then sure, yeah, you're allowed to wear towels.
I can prove it.
I believe you.
and not in the
Thank you.
dub version. Not in the dub version. Subbed version.
That seems totally missed the point of being in the spring. But
It does really, yeah.
Man, I really like these.
But at least y'all are getting clean.
Is there? They got sake here?
They have liquor.
This is not a Japanese bathhouse, guys.
I believe gnomes are actually going to be whiskey drinkers.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh. Grow, would you join me in some whiskey?
Of course.
Wait, you're gonna drink?
Why not?
No. I just don't think I've ever, drank with you, Grow. So, I'm surprised, is all.
I am toasting to Lovette. That was a phenomenal match in there.
That's true. She did really rock it.
Yeah. Let's Beardy, how would we get can we get the attention of the attendants?
Yeah, there's attendants that are here and there, so you can request whatever you need. So
Can we get their finest bottle?
finest bottle. Okay.
No.
Finest
I'm
bottle.
like,
Wait.
Okay.
Lovette! I don't know how much things are here. Where is she?
oh, I'm sorry. I was yeah. I'm just kind of around the corner.
Okay.
You like money, and I assume that other people like money. How much is the finest whiskey, actually?
I mean, it's
Please
probably if you're like a whole bottle of it.
Yes.
Hold on
I
one
believe
moment.
Markus meant that.
I mean,
Because I was
would
like,
think
wait,
it would be
Seamus.
in the 10.
Wow. If we're getting into thousands, how about there?
Whiskey just kind of tastes not great.
You don't drink whiskey for the taste. You drink whiskey to get fucked.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know. Well,
disagree. There's some decently tasting whiskeys. There's a joke in there that I'm missing.
no, it's just
Everything-
an awkward
pause.
pause.
Nothing like was.
No example. It was very
I
comedic.
promise.
It just
Okay.
tickled me.
So a bottle of good whiskey is going to cost you guys about 15 gold.
Okay.
Oh, 15 gold? Hell yeah!
Y'all throw your money around so much.
It's fake money. We can enjoy it.
Also, we get it in huge sums for doing almost nothing.
Yeah.
We literally are not going to get money for a while.
Literally just get paid to exist. We go to a place, defend ourselves, come back, and get money.
Yeah. We fuck shit up, and then we get paid.
But we don't fuck shit up aggressively. We always
No.
fucking run and avoid fights, and are generally... We still get a lot of money for it. As long as we come back from wherever it is we went.
Well, I mean, we killed a vampire.
We did kill a vampire.
That's true.
That was fairly aggressive.
I would really like for Vera to come and toast, but I understand.
So just checking the party inventory, and you have romantic novels.
Yep, we do.
From the Delic House.
We
That's
do.
good
We
stuff.
have ancient romantic novels about dinosaur love.
Yeah. So the whiskey is produced, and there's enough for all of you to have a nice amount. It's a 36-year-old. Really nice. It's very smooth.
I've been just standing at the side of this.
Oddly standing there, naked.
Yeah.
Are you gonna?
No, I
come
have
in
the towel as
bath?
well. And I look at Grow, and I look at myself, and I look at Soul, and I look at Grow, and I look back at me, and I'm like,
Get in the water.
okay.
It apparently doesn't take Markus very long to get drunk, and yet it
No,
does.
just belligerent.
Well, I'm blessed.
Well, he's very tiny, so.
That's
If
true.
Soul
Yeah.
gets in without
Yeah, drink us.
Petite. I am not tiny. I am petite.
So Soul is kind of eyeing Grow and
This is about the drinking.
just curious.
He's
I haven't seen him drunk before. They're so excited.
He's sort of like turning the glass over in his hand and like smelling it and looking at it.
So Grow,
Wait,
Yes.
I was a
what brings you out here? It seems like an odd happenstance.
question.
Oh, we were just here for, activities.
Activities.
Yeah, we're just taking a break from adventuring for a little bit.
Oh, well, it's convenient. Sorry. I just
What's
really
wrong?
it is convenient. That seems great.
What was your recent adventure?
We went to the Holy City for a day, kinda.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Ooh.
I saw Biff. You guys remember him from
He's-
the first
who?
time we met the Harpies?
Get out of town.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
He,
Oh, wow. You met him. You recognized him. Surprised. I guess he does have a kind of recognizable face. He looks like a
Yeah.
famous person.
Yeah, he has a very punchable looking face. Anyways, he kind of helped us with the ceremony, and that was fun. So yeah.
What?
Oh, what?
Yeah. Well,
Wait.
I mean, there's this
What?
whole like symphonia thing,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was
Did you
pretty...
already-
What?
No, you didn't already try the nut.
Soul kind of like looks over at Grow.
Grow looks over at Soul.
Wait a
So-
minute. Wait a minute.
So you accelerated it?
You guys eloped. Wait a minute.
Well,
I was gonna be your.
for the
Oh,
official
yeah.
wedding, guys, we're still gonna have an official wedding. We just kind of wanted to do something just for us. That's away from all the politics and stuff
you
from
and
my
me?
home.
And you still
Yeah.
didn't have us come. We would have totally been there for you.
It was in the Holy City, and Grow really can only transport me.
Oh.
So
Okay, fine.
Well, congratulations.
thank you. And Soul looks really like happy, but their face is really blushy. We're not sure if it's because of the heat of the hot springs or not, though.
Which, I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but the hot springs do feel really nice. The natural minerals in the water give you a
And
healthy...
Vera's missing out on all of
Overrated. Let's be honest.
Where's...
Can't even taste the difference.
So where's your other friend? I know there's another...
Oh,
You have another member of your party.
she didn't want to come in because of reasons.
She's a smelly forest person, but we like her.
Excuse me?
Well, no, I mean, like she lives right on the outskirts of cities and such. I think. I don't know where
Just
she
because
lives.
you
Where
live in a
is she from?
forest doesn't make you a smelly person. I live in a forest. Soul lives in a forest.
Wait, do you live in a forest? Oh, I see.
Soul kind of like bumps his ribs and is
You're
just
right.
like, don't talk about the village.
No, you're right. I
This
apologize.
anti-elf talk?
I'm not. Hey, I'm not anti-elf.
You sound like an anti-elfite.
My mother is an elf. Why would I be anti-elf?
Sorry, that's mostly just the DM joking.
That's funny. That's brilliant.
I know.
I will have you know, I have plenty of elf
I
friends.
have plenty of elf friends, thank you.
Racist.
My best friend's an elf.
Yikes.
Does Soul know Gnome?
I can use tongues.
Now the next question I would have for you is: does Grow know Gnome?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what he does know, actually.
Okay. I tell you, then how about I'll just say this. So did you see anybody you knew in the Holy City? Run into anybody?
If?
I know what you're saying.
I'm just turning my glass like, okay.
I mean, I saw a bunch of other bards and accidentally kept Grow awake, but that's about it.
If you ever decide to spend the night in the Holy City, a bard flop house is probably not a good place to go.
I'm sorry, I didn't think about it. It was just the one place I've been when I've actually stayed in the Holy City.
I have no idea how you get any rest anywhere.
I mean, there I kind of partied until I threw up that one morning before we went to kill a vampire.
That was a rockin' time.
Yeah, it was. That sounds like a name of a phenomenal book.
I could just imagine Wasted Soul with a bunch of bards like, I can't get too drunk, you guys. I gotta kill a vampire tomorrow.
But no, Biff was the only person I recognized while I was at the Holy City. Didn't see any vampires, which is good.
That's good.
Did you have someone in mind, Markus?
No, I just don't want you to run into anybody that we don't want to run into.
Like vampires?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Well, no, we didn't.
Out of character, I really hope you catch what I'm trying to lay down.
If you're talking about Siva, she's in Hartenshin.
Okay, for some reason I thought they would be in the Holy City.
That's why Soul has no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Not what I thought you were talking about. I thought you still were caught on the idea of Grow being G. And I was like, yes, please, let's go down this path. Let's see where this goes.
Being what now?
G.
What is G?
Warren.
The mysterious pen pal of Warren.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
You never did find out
wow.
who that was.
No, we didn't.
No, we did not.
That would be amazing. That would be so fucking funny.
Yeah, it would be funny,
if I'm
wouldn't
being
it?
honest, I had completely forgotten about that.
Beardy, do not do this to me.
What? What did I do?
That would be.
It is your tone.
I'm relishing.
Whatever do you mean?
Stop it.
Nothing bad can possibly happen, especially
I'm
now
going
that
to
you're
beat you up next weekend.
especially now that you're married.
Stop it.
Hey, they get phenomenal tax breaks.
Not in the Elflands.
Yeah.
Oof. Oof.
It's a high tax
The
rate.
gnomes, totally. That's why their families are so big. 'Cause they weasel out of their taxes like crazy.
Yep.
Nobody
Yeah,
pays taxes in the Steam aisle.
Nobody. It's like a libertarian paradise.
Does all the tax money go to Soul's family?
No, it covers the healthcare system mostly,
Oh, okay.
Politics.
and the roads and the infrastructure stuff. I mean, you got the best roads.
And the aqueducts.
Nah, they got create water fountains everywhere.
Oases, maybe?
Something like that, yeah. But they just got like ampules of
Land sharks.
ampules of endless water all over the place. I mean, it's a really nice place to live. There's like all these social programs in Elflands. It's really nice.
Meanwhile, all us
No, you just live in a dictatorship.
From a dragon.
are
Yeah.
benevolent.
Yeah, I didn't say it was bad. I was just saying you live in a dictatorship. You have a benevolent dictator, but you're still viewed essentially as property.
Yeah. It makes unilateral decisions for like they don't seem to have any other form of government. He just decides everything for them.
Basically, yeah.
Beardy, I just had a thought. These aren't holy water springs, right?
No, nothing of the sort.
Oh, okay.
Ah! It burns!
Nope, I'm gonna stay on the side.
Has Grow taken a drink yet?
Yeah, I thought he was.
No,
No, he was looking at it.
he's still looking at it. He has not drank any of it yet.
God damn it. I
Grow.
want to see him drunk.
You haven't sipped it. You've been looking at it. You've been sniffing it.
I guess I just don't really understand alcohol that well.
What is to understand?
Well, dulls the mind and dulls the wit.
Oh, he's such a wizard.
I tell you what.
It sort of just seems counterproductive to me.
Do me the favor.
Really?
Do me the. I tell you what. It would insult me if you didn't at least take us.
Well, I don't want to insult my partner's friends, so fine. He smells it again and then takes like a little...
I'm not putting the flash on you.
He takes like a little sip of it.
Thank you.
One moment.
Don't help me with that.
Oh no.
Drunk.
He coughs a little bit and he's like, "That's certainly an interesting flavor."
Let me tell you.
I'm going to take
suppose
a
it's
confident sip.
I suppose it's supposed to burn that much.
Oh no, that's supposed to.
It's okay. It's a refined taste. So how do you? I know Sol quite well, I feel, at this point, but I don't know hardly anything about you. How did the two of you know each other?
Oh, it's sort of a long story. Let's see. So we're both from the same village, and I suppose this is all fair game, right? He says, looking at Sol.
Yeah, tell your side.
Okay. So we were from the same village, and I didn't really have the best childhood. I spent quite a bit of it on the streets, trying to, find food and shelter, and really wasn't a great childhood. But one of the positive memories I have is, having a friend in Seoul. The two of us would run and explore and play games, and it was a nice time. And then,
Sol kind of is looking down happily at their hand.
Then I found out that Sol was the inheritor of the protectorship of the village, and I know that doesn't mean much to any of you, but it's pretty significant. And there's a contest that's held once a generation. All of the wizards that are of eligible marrying age compete in it, and the winner is given the hand of the protector. And I knew that it was the only real shot I would have of, being with Sol.
Oh, that's adorable.
So I studied and studied and studied and studied and studied, and I managed to win the contest.
So typically the protector is female? Or...
Yes,
Sorry.
Always.
Yeah. They have to.
But why would you not remove that curse? Has that been a problem? Is it a problem now? Sorry to drop something so potentially heavy on there.
Sol looks like Sol is looking away from the questions about the protectorship. They're not even answering them. They're just...
Oh, well, if you make any sort of obvious body language, I'll stop after the... Oh, sorry.
Well, I'm sure it's not going to bother too much. Sol hasn't officially taken over their duties yet.
I'm guessing
I will be after the official wedding.
Oh! So I guess there's a whole ceremony to it.
Yes.
I see.
Would you have to leave us?
Sol looks down at their hands. Yes.
Why?
I really want to tell you, but I can't.
Yeah, the protector has to stay in the village. It's part of the tradition.
Okay, tradition. Yeah, I get tradition.
Sol kind of puts their hand on Gro's shoulder, and then they shake their head, and they look at him, and they just say, "I have to stay in the village. It's not just tradition."
Oh. I'll be there for you.
I know. And Sol kind of looks down again, and their hand falls off his shoulder. It'll be nice spending the rest of my life with Gro, but I'm trying to enjoy my time with you guys as much as I can while I'm able to be out here.
You're acting like it's a death sentence. Are we not allowed to come?
You shouldn't.
Would you want us to?
This does not sit well with Markus, by the way. So the statement that we shouldn't. shouldn't?
The fact that I've talked anything about my home to begin with is bad, and I would appreciate that after we're done traveling with each other that you just forget everything about me. And Soul, like, bites their bottom lip and looks away.
Well, I've got bad news for you, buddy. I've been trying to do that, and it's not going to work. But I'll tell you this.
Markus looks at goes, pointing at you. Yep. Not gonna happen.
I'll tell you something else, so. I'm really scared at the idea of losing you, especially after feeling like I just got you back. But I'll support whatever you need to do. Whatever you decide to do.
Soul just kind of like...
See us again. You won't see me.
Soul just kind of like looks over at Grow and like squeezes his hand under the water. I need a minute. And Soul kind of like rushes out of the bath.
Well,
sorry, they're pretty sensitive about the future, I guess.
I can't say I blame some.
I keep trying to reassure them that it's not a death sentence. It's only, honestly, probably less than a century.
I see.
Which, I mean, maybe 80, 85 years.
For Vera.
Markus is kind of sitting there stewing at the moment.
Druids tend to find a way to stick around. So, now that we have met you, would you intend to travel openly with us? It seems that you have been... for a while.
No, I don't think so. I'm not really one for the adventurer's life. I prefer my bed to stay in one place. I have entirely too much research to be done. I'm actually working on an interesting project right now.
Really?
Yeah. I was hoping to have it done...
What kind of research? What kind of field?
Oh, I'm an enchantment specialist myself. I've actually been working on something...
There's some crossover.
I was trying to see about creating a permanent binding between an object and a person.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Or at least a semi-permanent binding, I suppose is a better way to put it.
What would this binding do?
Well, in this case, it would share senses.
It would what?
Sharing a sense. In this case, specifically vision. I'm trying to create an artificial eye.
An eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing this for Soul, or was this something you were doing beforehand?
I can't roll my eyes.
Yeah, this is specifically for Soul. Yes.
First it's first one.
I'm trying to make them an artificial eye to replace the one they currently have that doesn't work.
Yeah, it would be interesting in collaborating on that.
I mean, I appreciate the offer, but it's nearly finished. I was actually hoping to have it done as a wedding gift, but I didn't quite get it done in time. I'm certain I'll have it done before the official wedding.
Well,
which I do hope you all are going to be at, right?
I'm not sure if I was invited, but if so,
well,
of course.
You're invited now.
Thank you.
I don't know if this is how you're playing the character, Beardy, but Markus has great suspicion of this individual. Great suspicion.
Really?
I do.
Why?
If I might
He'd
ask,
never do anything.
But why?
Topic, guys.
Why is that?
Okay. I appreciate somebody wanting to help their future wife out. Obviously, I wouldn't understand. It could be just the way your intonation and the way you're playing the character.
So what you're saying is that me, Beardy, I'm just naturally distrustful because of the way I talk.
The way you're intonating.
I like it. I'm just a distrustful person.
It could be the way you're playing the intonation on him.
Okay.
But I feel like there's something just distrustful about this character. Like,
interesting.
Like he's wanting to control. And for the backstory, it feels like he likes Snow, but I feel they're doing it for other reasons we don't obviously know about yet. And I know Soul likes this individual, and I would support whatever Soul says, but I have a very uneasy
I have
feeling about this individual.
reason to be suspicious of him, and even I'm not.
Yeah, but I'm Mr. Positivity.
Well, we all know that Grow couldn't possibly be a bad guy.
Oh, couldn't possibly. No.
We know this.
Like, Vera's not even there, and she knows Grow couldn't possibly do anything bad.
Couldn't possibly do anything bad. So,
Guys, stop!
You hear? Sounds good with me.
Let me get the crossbow and shank this guy. No, I can't.
Oh, speaking of, you actually see a scar on his lower chest. It's like a little round scar.
Oof.
Appears to have been a puncture mark.
You noticed
You can,
immediately.
you can see that. Yeah.
Glaring daggers at Markus.
I also feel like they're going to use that eye to spy on what Soul's doing.
Oh, I didn't think about something
Hello?
like that.
And you still don't.
Yeah, you're right.
And you still wouldn't. It's just, I have the feeling Markus, he's Mr. Positivity. Great distrust of this individual. Like, can't even explain why.
So, Chloe, really know just so well, what has Sol told you about me?
That you're one of their friends? That you're one of their traveling companions? Trusted member of the party? I'm not sure. What do you mean?
I don't know. There's nothing to way about it.
Alright.
So they didn't say anything about after the crossbow thing. They didn't the one. And
I mean,
it was an accident.
That's all ancient history. It healed up nicely, and in fact, it gave me a cool scar. See, he points it out.
He's such a dork. Guys, look at my scar.
So it's all right.
That's all you still.
I mean, honestly, I should have been able to dodge it. I wasn't really expecting to get shot at. That's all.
No, I mean, it wasn't it was a warning shot anyway. I mean, it was like I said, it was an accident.
Markus.
It was a hell of a warning.
Markus swirls his whiskey, pounds it down, and says, "I will be right back. I'm gonna hit the latrine."
Oh, all right, well, we'll be here.
Peeks around. Soul. I was leaning around the corner to say, "Soul, Soul."
What? What?
Why didn't you tell me you were going to leave us?
What do you mean? And Soul doesn't look at Markus in the eye. Markus is mad at me.
Markus is mad at
What do you mean?
And for good reason. You've been keeping secrets.
Not big ones.
Soul, I'm not going to even touch on the fact that you went off and got married without me. I'm a little ticked off at that. But first, leaving us? The hell?
It's in the springtime. We'll have plenty of months in between.
Do you know how time flies? Honestly, I mean, you obviously know. I mean, you're 70-something years old.
84. I'm almost an adult. Thank you. I mean, I am an adult. Soul kind of clasps their hand over their mouth.
And then you're going to go get married this guy who, essentially, you were an arranged marriage. Not going to touch on that yet. But I'm going to stick on this fact. You aren't going to tell us that after you get married, oh, bye, guys. Peace out. Not going to happen. And then you have the audacity to tell me I'm not allowed to come visit.
Soul's ears kind of go droopy.
We have saved each other's asses more than I can count.
Markus.
There are people who barely know you in your town, and apparently I don't know you either. You're the one who's going to help me keep me sane, potentially keep me alive. Everybody else in this party wants me dead.
Alive.
I'm a real boy.
You're honestly going to tell me that come hell or high water, if my situation is fixed or not, you're just going to up and leave me?
I don't want to, Markus. I promise I don't want to. But I have to.
Why?
I can't tell you. If I could, I would. But it's really dangerous if you know.
Dangerous if I know. You remember that whole thing where I was cast out of my... If we don't find out what's happening to me in the next... Oh, I don't know. Let's assume 5 months. I'm fairly certain the other members of this party are going to shank me or pour holy water over my head. I don't know what it's going to take to kill me, but I'm fairly certain it's not going to be pleasant.
Soul looks really hurt.
Listen, this protector cert thing...
Soul looks back and forth and then grabs Mark to their room.
Whee!
So, you know about that big robot fight?
He says no, he hasn't. He's been in this spa for the last 3 days.
Oh, it was just earlier today. I heard it was a really big deal.
Well, that sounds great. What sort of robot fight was it?
Oh, they were showing off some kind of new machines. Impressive and spectacular. The other one was kind of a piece of junk, but I mean, that's what I heard.
Oh, that sounds interesting. I've never really been much into clockwork engineering before. I would be more interested in the animation of like a golem, something like that.
Oh, well, clockwork is much cheaper than golems and easier to control.
I don't know.
Damn it. Markus isn't in the room to hear that.
I imagine a golem would be significantly stronger and much more durable and would last essentially forever.
Well, I feel...
I mean, there's merits to both, I'm sure.
Vera's just sitting outside, just like, these assholes, just sitting in there in their hot water, leave me outside.
I'm sure she's content being outside.
Being
Anyways.
a curmudgeon.
With their bees.
So, Soul has taken Markus aside into their private room. Markus, I need you to listen to me. And I can't have you freak out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna...
The bar's set really high right about now.
Do you remember when we were with Zell, and I asked him about what exactly I was protecting and stuff?
Yes.
And how he said it was more than just my village?
Yeah, I remember. I was technically there, but probably not listening too much.
That's okay. You had a lot that day. So the reason I have to protect a lot of things at once. And I can't tell you the specifics, but I'm trying to give you hints. If I'm out of the village, it could mean bad for everyone. Ever.
Markus gets it, but he's gonna play real stupid. What more can you protect than us and some people in a village?
It's not just the village.
Fine.
It's a wider radius. It's a
never
very
good at
large radius.
I was never good at math.
Soul kind of shakes him a little. It's the goddamn... I can't tell you.
Again, Markus is playing stupid.
I know.
He wants you to tell him. Because he wants you to say it.
I haven't even told Grow. He doesn't even know.
I feel like you and I are far closer than you will ever be with him. Not on marriage level, not on a personal level, but on a spiritual level. I think our futures are intertwined. We need to tackle whatever's coming together. And I need to know what is going to happen to us. Grow's marrying you because he won some stupid contest. You're my friend through blood and battle. He's a nice guy and all. But you and I...
He loves me.
Our group. Yes, I know he loves you, and that's wonderful. But you, me, Lovette, Vera, even Archie, hell, Hummel, we have something tighter. How long have you been with Grow?
I've known him since I was a little kid.
Did you ever go into battle with him? Did you ever almost die with him?
No.
Did you ever potentially bring somebody back from near death with him? We have something far tighter than to just piss away after you guys get married. I need to know so we can tackle everything together.
My heritage does not involve Grow very much. Grow is a part of the tradition to keep my bloodline strong. I'm just very lucky that it happened to be him to win the contest.
Again, Markus is being very stupid.
Me as player, fully understand. But they're kind of grasping at straws.
Markus, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Honestly, I'm really hoping that I can fix everyone's problems by the time that the spring equinox happens.
What happens at the spring equinox?
My wedding.
I know your wedding. What happens after that? What happens? Why can't you leave? Why can't you stay with us?
Because the rest of the power is transferred from my mother. And if I leave, I put so many people at risk. Even me being out here right now and me asking people even about my village previously, I've put so much at risk and I didn't even know. And I've hurt my mom so bad and I know what I need to do and I'm scared, okay?
We, all of us, understand that our roles may not necessarily be together forever. We understand that. Sure as hell don't like it at all. I'm not somebody I don't like change very much. And we've gone through past month more than a lifetime's worth of change. But we will stand with you if you will stand with us. We need to understand who is controlling me and how that might intertwine with you. I think there's more to me than just a lost soul. But you found me. You found me and you're bringing me back. You're helping me build who I am. Let's not put a date on it just yet.
Soul nods. And they kneel down and hug Markus.
Markus hugs very, very tightly.
Do you really dislike him?
Dislike is not the right word. Don't trust him. I trust you. I trust Vera.
You trust Vera?
I like bees. I like bees. Bees are fun.
Oh, okay.
Bees are... Have you not had honey and buttered on toast?
No.
Oh, I'm making breakfast next time. But this guy, something just doesn't sit well with me, with him. It's not, it is nothing I can explain. It is nothing that he's done necessarily. It's nothing, I just have a gut feeling. And I like him, but much like everybody wants to keep an eye on me, I'd keep an eye on him.
Well, good luck. He's not going to be traveling with us.
Yeah, I know.
He's not much of an adventurer. Adventuring's in my blood from my dad. So, I think Grow likes the life that he has at the village. So,
Safe.
Yeah, I mean...
There's nothing bad with safe, but a safe life is an ordinary life. We are not an ordinary people.
Well...
Technically, I'm not a people anyway.
I'm very glad it was him who won the competition. I got very lucky. I could have been a complete stranger that I'd have to just live with for 100 years or so and have a child with them. Oh God, children.
Soul looks very
Yeah, children aren't so bad.
How do you know? You don't actually have them. Ooh, Soul covers their mouth.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Memories are still there. From what I know, children aren't so bad.
I just don't want that stuff happening to my body, really. It really freaks me out.
Well, yeah, I can see that. It's just name one after me.
If I have a boy, I'll name him after you.
Yeah.
Soul gives him another...
If you have a girl, name it Hummel.
No.
Oh, come on. Hummels are cute.
There is a tradition in my family where their name has to start with soul.
You a tradition. Well, well, we're gonna figure out how to, not have you stuck at home. Because
Oh, you just have to kill something, maybe, if that's possible.
Ooh. Hey, you know me. I'll suck at soul.
Soul looks like they contemplate something. Moment. I wonder if that would work. Let's workshop that another time, please.
Okay. Markus squints like you have. I can see the cogs working. They're right there behind you on the wall. No, but Markus can see that you're brewing something, and Markus likes it.
Anyways, we've probably been in this room for way to go back to the spring.
They think I'm in the bathroom.
They think you're taking the longest poop there.
Well, I haven't been eating the best. I may need some prunes.
Me too. Anyways, you go first, and I'll come out soon enough.
All right. Markus returns to the main area of the spa, the co-ed pool.
Let me tell you.
Okay, I get it's
eating beetles. Nothing but beetles does not sit well in the colon.
during that whole duration I would have been talking to Grow.
Okay.
So when Soul comes out, you're both in that side spring?
Mm.
Oh, hi guys.
Hello. Did you know that apparently whiskey is stronger than wine?
Yes, I'm well aware, Karis.
I normally can drink about 2 bottles of wine, but I could only drink about a bottle and a half of whiskey.
Oh my god.
Lovette, just make sure her head stays above the water, please.
Feels like I can't touch her.
At first I was worried about being naked in front of people, but she shrugs. I just don't really care anymore.
Oh
Okay,
no.
Do you have any left? You put it that way, maybe? I could show you.
She's holding a half a bottle of whiskey. There's an empty bottle floating next to her.
Maybe not that much. But I'll
Here,
take the glass.
drink this. She leans over and pushes it into you. Here you go.
I'll try to take it from her and gently pour it.
I don't understand the water.
What's wrong with the water?
I'm just, what?
It's just water. Why do people come to sit in the water?
Tea is nice.
What does it feel like to you, Karis?
It feels like water.
It's not warm?
I mean, it's kind of, yeah, I guess.
I see.
She lowers herself all the way down to where her mouth is underwater, and she's blowing bubbles with her nose.
I would do that too.
Well, Lovette, make sure she's still breathing and has her head above water most of the time.
Soul kind of gestures their head violently towards Karis, and they kind of make a wild face at Lovette, make sure she doesn't fucking die.
What do I do?
I don't know. You can't touch her, but
I know. What do I do then?
I don't know.
I left Archie at home.
Oh my god. I don't know. Use
Kelly,
some rocks.
Kelly, how do you feel about sitting out of the water while we are intoxicated? Yeah, you're an adult. I don't have to make baby whistles. Just let's go. Come on.
You want me to get out of the water?
We can't when we're in the pool. We're going to get what's going to go wrong.
What?
Unless you can. Do you know any spells that let you?
I know a lot of spells.
Do you have breathe underwater or air bubble?
No.
Do you have anything that lets you breathe underwater?
No.
Then keep your head above the water.
I actually have that.
Don't tell me what to do.
Karis.
You're not my mom.
She starts blowing bubbles again.
So, like, just raises their hands, turns, and walks to the other spring, and is just like, I wash my hands of this situation.
Don't you walk away from me.
Oh,
I will walk away from you if I feel like it.
She gets out of the water, and one thing you're going to notice is that, one, she's naked.
Stark naked.
And two, she has tattoos that you've never seen before. Well, I should say this. She has tattoos that you've seen before that you didn't know she had. But you've seen these before.
Oh.
Oh, no.
All of us have seen them?
You've all seen these symbols before, yeah.
What would you
Soul
like
looks terrified.
She keeps walking over to you.
Soul is backing up. No.
What?
No.
What? I told you not... Don't walk away from me.
No. Grow.
Drink.
Soul looks like they're starting to have a panic attack.
Grow, sees Karis and sees the symbols on Karis, and he's just, eyes wide in shock.
No, not again. Not again.
What is it?
Callius, come over here.
What?
Don't... Will you touch things? You don't want to touch people, remember?
I wasn't touching anybody.
I know, they're just concerned. Come on, we're gonna... get out of here before we cause a scene.
Soul is pretty much just on their knees with their hand.
Grow rushes over to you and, starts hugging you. Telling you to be okay. What? What did I do?
You didn't do anything wrong, it's okay. But let's go get our clothes. We're gonna go get our clothes back on. I think we should go see my parents.
Is everybody acting weird all the time?
I don't know, kind of approach Soul. I want to walk in, talking distance, but not come too close, because, I feel like I've been in proximity of the wrong side of this for them.
Soul's kind of, quietly sobbing.
I don't know. It's gonna be okay, so we'll figure something out.
I know. How do we get those off of her?
We'll figure it out.
They're bad. They're so bad.
I have some ideas.
And Soul, nods, but they still kind of have their hands. Their face in their hands.
But first, I need to make sure Callius is okay. And I'm gonna go do exactly that.
And Soul kind of mumbles, how are you supposed to tell heroes when you see those symbols? If one of those people is your friend, And Soul kind of looks up at Grow and looks so scared.
Where did we see these symbols at?
Oh, tattooed on an orc inside a vampire's den, perhaps, where Soul read them and lost an eye.
Oh!
Also on a meteor that destroyed
a
whole bunch of stuff and drove
made everyone go crazy.
Basic stuff.
These ones, oh shit.
Hello, main quest line. Where have you been all this time? I've missed you.
It's on Karis.
I've missed you, main quest line.
Welcome
back. Welcome back. I was gonna give you a big ol' hug, main storyline.
Embrace it.
Soul looks up at Grow, and they just look so distraught.
We'll figure something out.
Markus is livid.
I'm sure
he's still sitting in the water, but...
I'm sure she didn't have any say in the matter.
But And, Soul has a out-pointed hand that's super shaky. That's the enemy. They're coming. Mama told me.
What did she say? What do you mean? What enemy?
I don't know. She wouldn't even tell me, specifics on that. It's just those symbols are the people that are trying to get me.
Well, they'll have to get through a lot of people before they get to you, alright?
Okay. And Soul kind of, gets up, but they're, really shaky at this point. This is too much for one day. All I wanted to do was watch a robot kick ass and take a dip in warm water.
Well, we got to do those. It's just more things happened than that. Well,
yeah.
I didn't see the robot fight, but Lovette said
it was cool. It was cool. It was really cool.
It was so cool that you were drawing frogs.
I knew who was going to win. I should have made a bet.
Yeah.
Betting's
honestly,
important.
betting, probably the odds were probably against me, like, statistically, so probably should have.
Soul just sighs.
I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know. I got really scared.
It's okay. You're not in any danger right now, I promise.
And Soul hugs him.
Do you want to go talk to your friend?
Yeah, I should.
And Soul starts to walk forward and then, hands him a key to their room. And then continues walking forward.
Excuse me, Markus.
The room here?
Yeah, the room here.
Man,
Lovette?
God. Yep. Yes.
I'm
Is she
assuming that's
okay?
the ladies' room.
Yep.
That is why I'm not in there. I'm standing at the door.
Karis, are you okay?
I don't understand. I don't know what I did wrong. I tried whiskey, and then people got sad at me because I was blowing bubbles in the water.
No, it's totally fine, Karis. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to freak out.
You freaked out because I was naked? I don't understand. No one...
A little bit.
She stands
I
up
can hear
again.
this from around the corner, right?
She stands up and looks at herself. She's like, I don't understand what the big deal is.
Soul looks really nervous.
The markings.
I'm out here.
Not Markus!
Oh, yeah, that was... I just sort of always have had these.
Wait, since you were born?
No, not that always. I guess it's just sort of used to them. She runs a hand.
Taken?
She nods and runs a hand over one of them. She's like, "This was."
Oh, don't.
She starts to kind of go through each individual trial that she had to go through.
Oh. Okay.
And how each one of them, they added a new mark to her.
Oh.
Wait, did they tattoo on that, or did they just show up?
Markus shouts in the door from outside for some reason.
He is
Somehow able to hear this whole conversation that's taking place.
He's just peeking and he's like, what?
Around the door. I'm listening around the door. It's not that far.
Looks super creepy.
I just imagine just his two hands and his head peeking out with a creepy smile.
They're all from trials, except for this one.
What's that one from?
This one I made myself.
Does it look different from the other symbols, technically?
They all look different from each other, but they're all the same. Imagine it like a language.
Yeah.
They're all words from the same language.
Right.
But does hers seem like just a picture, or does it actually seem like it's from that language?
It's from that same language, but it's a different word.
And what
does that one mean?
It translates to sister, I guess.
I see.
It's the binding that's keeping her here.
Soul's face is so pale right now.
Alright.
I'll fix her soon, I know it. I just need to learn a bit more, that's all. I thought I would be learning stuff on my trip, but all we've done is traveled, and I got to watch a robot blow up. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
She sits back down. I just thought I would be able to do more practical applications.
We'll be back in Ville before you know it, and we'll try to find more of that.
By the way, I don't know that we have to invade. Maybe we should find out what happens to the Omaises. Maybe we have some possible candidates right here in town. Maybe we have some test subjects right here in town.
To do what?
Cali stuff.
What?
You know, that thing you do that people don't really love to talk about in public.
What, necromancy? Are you talking about necromancy? You want to talk about necromancy?
Maybe little?
Yeah, she totally wants to talk about necromancy.
Are y'all talking about necromancy in there?
Yeah, we're talking about necromancy in here.
Okay, fine with that.
It's important. People don't understand But it's
I
really
know.
important.
I
And
agree,
think
I-
it's just icky, but it's not.
They think the same thing about Minecraft.
Do they?
There's a
Because it
poker
seems
joke
like
in there.
literally everyone here practices it.
Well, they like it here. I thought that other people would like
Well,
it.
where's
too.
a place that likes necromancy?
The Deadlands.
She just like gives you like a kind of a mean look.
I mean, it's bloody puppy does there.
It's not the same, and you know it.
No, it's not the same. I think a society founded on industrializing death might kind of collapse quickly. So maybe not quite in the same capacity.
She backs into the corner of the tub and just sort of sits.
I think that we can make some really cool things together, guys. But I just don't want you to get in trouble.
From who?
Well, the Academy was not very fond of it.
Because they were
Well, that's good.
stupid, and I saved people's lives.
Everyone's stupid, guys. You and I are smart people. Everyone else
I
is stupid.
saved those kids' lives.
Soul raises
did.
their eyebrows. Okay.
I should make a really big zombie.
Oh, so you're smart too. I'm serious. Seriously, like, okay.
I should make
Soul has left the room
I
after not
should
being
make
called smart.
a super zombie. She starts laughing. What
Why?
if I took like 4 or 5 zombies and I put them together? That's what I'll do next.
Why? Wait, how would you get your sister back?
Because then it would be a really big zombie.
You want your sister to be a really big zombie?
No!
Well, how is that going to help?
Practice makes perfect. You know that. I make stuff first, and then I make important stuff. But I gotta make stuff first before I can make important stuff.
I suppose.
So I'm gonna make a big zombie.
Do you want to go track down my old friends?
What?
Never mind. Alright, I'm gonna get going. I can't handle being wet for that long. I will go get my clothes and such.
Alright. Karis is gonna be in there, like, babbling about putting together multiple corpses.
She is precious.
Do it for her, guys.
I don't think I will.
I don't think I will.
You guys remember? You guys remember when she was happy? When she was happy for like a day? I remember.
Day.
She's kind of happy. She seems a lot happier than she was before, like when she was a slave.
Again, this is her now. She's kind of happy.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be just like resting bitch face. You know?
Vera has it.
Vera has it.
Yeah.
She's got resting villain face.
Dude, that would be... I wanted to make a low charisma character that's just... Their only thing is just that they have a serious case of RBF.
That's like Vera's backstory.
Yeah. She's a perfectly nice person. She just always looks like she's fucking mad. People are like, I'm sorry. And she's like, what? And it's like, I'm sorry. You're like, what are you sorry about? I'm not mad.
Now I'm angry.
Now I'm
Why do
mad.
you keep asking why I'm mad?
Well, now I am mad.
I don't even know why I'm mad.
Because everybody keeps thinking I'm mad.
I feel like she knows more about Markus than she's letting on.
Who?
Karis?
Karis.
And what is Karis' feelings about Markus?
Evil!
Evil.
So what does that tell you?
I think she knows just enough about me.
That if she knows more about you than she's letting on, and she also is the one that's vehemently against your existence, what does that tell you?
Apparently, I'm the bad guy.
But it's okay,
What?
because you don't trust Grow.
Oh. Not my fault you're playing him fantastically.
Meanwhile, Vera's outside, like, playing
How
with flowers.
long does it take these people
It's a bath.
to take a bath? The bees have already gone over every flower at least 10 times.
I'll go outside and actually fucking talk to Vera then.
Did we get the whole backstory of her and her sister?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, sorry, I just
That's
having
fine.
a blank in memory.
No, that's fine. I'll give you the quick and dirty. Her and her sister were abducted off the streets in the Holy City when they were children. They were put through a series of magical trials that eventually killed Karis's little sister, and she has sort of been like molded and shaped by this cult to become like this perfect vessel. And she was slated to be murdered ritualistically on her 18th birthday, and then you all saved her before she died. Because she studied and eventually like broke out and made a run for it before she turned 18, and that's when she found you guys. Was hunted by a vampire, and then you killed him. And now she is wanting to increase her practical knowledge of necromancy in order to resurrect her sister, who was killed in a really fucking evil ritual that precludes standard resurrection.
God, I gotta win her over because it seems like she'd be the person to potentially bind me.
It's the perfect person to deal with you. Yes, exactly.
To not destroy me.
And, you know, this is a person who sees you and is just like, has this gut-wrenching reaction that you are a monster and that you should be destroyed. Like, have you ever seen anything with that kind of reaction before where, like, you look at something and you just, like, you have this gut feeling, you're like, you know this thing has to die. You have to kill it. Like, it needs to be destroyed. The world is a better place without it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how Karis feels when she looks at you.
I feel like there's some sort of salty in there, Beardy. I don't know.
She
That's
really,
pure
really
honesty.
hates intelligent undead. Really, really hates it. It shouldn't exist, and it exists only to prey upon the living, and it has no right to live.
Thank God you came out. Is someone drowning in there?
No, well, Kelly was, no, everyone's fine. Everyone's fine. It's just relaxing. There. Are you sure you don't want, like, a massage or something? Or, you know,
Yes,
even...
I'm sure.
Okay. I mean, I was not totally comfortable with mine, but they did help me relax a little.
I'd rather people not touch me.
Okay, I can understand that.
It's a personal preference.
Yeah, I understand.
Do you know how long the rest of the party is going to be?
Nope.
Vera will just like put her back to the wall and just slide down and just sit down.
Well, at least they're happy.
And looking at her apiary.
He's happy? That's good. I was worried the bees would not like it here.
Oh, they don't.
Oh, good. Okay.
It's not a preferable amount of flowers, pollination.
Oh, yeah, gnomes aren't big into flowers.
Air quality is below subpar.
Yeah, well, gnomes aren't big into air quality either. I didn't realize until I left, but it is kind of smoggy up here.
Also, how did you make the robot explode? I was looking at my beetles, and there's just an explosion. I kind of missed the best part.
Oh, well, he just kind of overheated. This thing was not very well built, and Archie was hitting him with electricity, so I suppose it got a chain reaction.
Well, at least you seem to show the twins a lesson.
But I did not get a confession from them, which means I can still not help Moira, which is what I really wanted. I didn't really want to show them a lesson. I don't care about them anymore. You can be a little prickly there, but you are much better friends than they are.
What was that?
Nothing. Thank you for coming all this way, though.
I'll do anything for the hive.
Okay. That's an interesting way of looking at it.
I trust all of you when I need it, so you should be able to trust me when you need it. Besides, I do also have a way to my temple, so that makes things a lot easier on my part.
I'm sorry if this place is not really to your liking, and if my home is not really your thing.
Any place with more people isn't necessarily my go-to.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But
This
it's
is
fine.
Really new.
I did not grow up with all this. Not really.
Where did you grow up?
Melly helped me when I was young. Taught me how to speak with nature, how to fend for myself.
But where did you grow up? In Ville?
Around the area.
Were you alone?
I always had Melly.
And that's it?
Well, eventually I had the hive. I had Bahran. He always helped me.
How old were you when that happened?
When what happened?
When you met this Bahran?
Oh, around 1920 maybe?
How old is that in the Gnome years? Is that... Let me... Oh, wow. So you're a fully grown human?
Yes.
You alone before that, the whole time?
Well, once again, I had Melly. She was always there. The one person I could always trust.
Well, I hope you can trust me as well.
I do trust you, Lovette.
Thank you. So who is Bahran? I've never heard this name either.
Oh, I met him. It was my first convert into the hive, which was very lucky. I had tried many, many times. Well, wasn't the first, but he really was what got the hive going. He would speak for me, recruit others. He had a way with talking, which I severely, severely lack.
Lovette has no comment on that. What are the goals of your hive? I'm trying to help, but I'm a very goal-oriented gnome.
All we want is for people to be equal. We want people to stop misusing their power. Whatever we can do to stop parasites like that is our goal. Whether it's lords holding themselves over peasants, if it's even just thieves stealing from the poor.
What about the machines?
Well, machines don't necessarily really think for themselves. They're not really a part of any kind of ecosystem. I don't know if... Can machines even partake in symbiosis?
I don't know. Archie can. Archie deny or linked in ways I cannot explain.
Does Archie freely think for himself?
Well, if he does not, how come we know that anyone really does? But he can answer questions. He can... When I first found him, I thought he was junk, actually. I was going to sell him off in an auction. But no one thought he was all junk, so they didn't sell for anything. But when I activated him and I gave him orders, he asked me, why am I giving him these orders? And I realized there was something different about him.
So is he different than the other constructions?
Yes. I don't know how he is the way he is. Apparently no one does, which terrifies me. But he is definitely different.
Well, it definitely seems that you made the right choice not selling him off.
Yes, I agree. I cannot agree more.
So what is everyone else doing?
The awkward ones are going to continue being awkward and just stop talking. I've realized in the future, I think that what Lovette and Vera are going to bond over is not having social skills. They're going to run into a situation where everyone's going to be comfortable and they're going to be like, do you want to stand in the corner and not talk to anybody? Yes,
to be fair, that's the most backstory that has been revealed about Vera.
I know.
I'm so sad that Soul wasn't fun to find out.
I know.
Do you know how jealous Soul would be if they knew that Lovette knew? Or the fact that you had a friend that isn't them?
Oh, man. I was like, I gotta get those juicy deeds first. This totally turns the Lovette-Vera relationship on its head.
Num 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 num.
So, when Soul went to their room, was Grow in there?
Yes.
Or he was? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. So, I apologize. I checked up on her. She'll be fine when she sobers up. She gets a little crazy when she's drunk.
I'm sorry that was sort of a shock to your system.
It's just a warning from Mother that I have to be careful with from now on.
Soul, taps the side of their head where the eye issue is.
Those symbols are the things that are in my eye, so yeah.
I wish you would tell me more about this enemy so I could help you.
But I don't know about it past that they are the enemy.
Well, whatever you need, I'm here for you.
I know. I promise, Grow. If I could, I would tell you.
He nods.
What does his expression say, though?
sort of.
Oh, can I do a sense motive?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yes, you can roll sense motive.
Like you, my worst stat. Oh, it's a good old 10.
That's a 10. Oh, you can't get a good read on him.
Damn.
He sort of has a blank expression and gives you a nod.
You don't look very happy.
I was just hoping that you could open up a bit more, especially now that we're married.
Get in line, buddy.
You know, you can tell me anything.
I know. It's just... It's safer for us if I don't. It's safer for everyone. I promise you, I trust you. And because I trust you, I don't want to give you this information to risk you.
All right.
You're more important than just a little idle gossip. If this were to somehow hurt you...
But if it's something that I could use to help, then I would like to know it. If it's something that I could do, if this knowledge would help me to prepare you for something in the future, it's worth it.
Soul just kind of sighs.
I mean, maybe I could make you some device or item that could assist you if I knew what you were up against.
Being in the village, safe, away from everyone, is all I can do.
You're not away from everyone. Remember that.
And Soul kind of smiles. Of course. You'll always be there with me.
He nods again, this time with a little smile.
Soul gets closer to see if he wants a hug.
Yeah, he'll take a hug.
Yay! Well, I suppose my friends are waiting for me.
Yeah, and I suppose 3 days at a spa is plenty, so I'll probably head back.
Alright. Promise to talk later?
He nods again, leans in, and will give you a kiss. He's going to take a 5-foot step back, and he's going to cast a spell, and vanish.
What was that face, Kyle?
What?
What did that face mean? You gave me a face.
Yeah, it was a happy face. He gave you a kiss. It's a nice thing.
You make me nervous!
I was literally just like, aw.
There's nothing bad could possibly happen.
Stop it, guys!
Grow would never do
just
anything
excited.
bad. Grow would never do anything bad.
My bullshit detector is
That's why
going off.
That's why Markus loves him so. Because Grow could
Alright.
never do a bad thing.
Well, Soul deposits the platinum band and key and stuff to the guest room that they had. And then they,
Oh, so what level of inebriation is everybody?
Soul didn't drink.
Okay. So, obviously,
By now,
Karis
I'm
is
probably
wasted.
sobered up. Mostly, Lovette didn't drink too much because she started to drink and then she realized, like, oh shit, no, Karis is gonna need a chaperone.
How much did Markus have?
Yeah.
One glass of whiskey. He had one glass of whiskey. Grow had one sip of
Outside.
whiskey. Yeah. Grow had one sip of whiskey, and Karis had a bottle and a half.
Jesus, I don't know how she's not dead.
Dude, yeah, that's incredible. Honestly, I'm like low key proud of her a little
Right.
bit.
Soul leaves the spa and looks around.
She's drinking for two, I guess.
Oh, God.
That's not a great sentence. In
I know, right? Isn't that awesome?
Finally.
Hi. How was out here?
Oh, it's fantastic.
I'm glad.
There's a lot of bees.
Can we do something, like anything?
Well,
I'm sorry they didn't have any single baths.
No, it's fine. Just bored.
I'm sorry.
let's
It's fine.
see if my parents' wine cellar still has any good vintage in it.
Why don't we go to the botanical gardens?
The
I don't
Gnomish
think-
botanical gardens are not really what you're going to expect them to be.
Gardens.
It's like
It's just
It's
fields
like
of turnips.
I was thinking it's just like a patch of grass in at like some street corner. It's just like the only patch of like natural grass in town.
Passed at the hot spring.
Yeah. Well, this is like I imagine out of the town a little bit.
Yeah, this
Or
is
is it just-
this
yeah.
is outside of the main town. This is a little ways into the countryside, in the foothills of the mountains.
Well, Lovette, you got to meet my fiance. Who's
did.
technically now my husband, I guess.
Oh yeah. I keep forgetting something.
Huh.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird.
You're married now?
Yeah, I got married while you guys were traveling here.
It's quite the quick wedding.
How did you
Yeah.
get here before we did?
Magic.
I see.
Dab.
The power of the dab.
Well, shall we go to your parents then?
Yeah. Did you want to talk to him?
Yes, I have some things I do need to talk to them about, and maybe celebrate achievement victory, or I don't know, just relax for once.
Sounds fine to me. Let's go.
Is Karis alright?
Karis, are you awake?
May have drank too much.
Yeah. That's okay.
She leans over and pukes in the plant.
Oh. Oh. Honey. Yeah.
Soul tries to do like a quick ruffle against their back and then like pulls their hand back just really fast after it.
We'll get you some water, guys. Alright, I guess I'll lead everyone back.
Alrighty. So the party departs the bathhouse and returns to Whalercog. You all return to the Xeniris Bodwin estate, and let's call it a night right there.
Thanks for listening. As always, special thanks to Protagonist for the theme music, and Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode's soundtrack. Please leave a like or subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and leave a comment if you have any suggestions. Until next time.